Hello guys, welcome to Healthy Living with Vincent. Today I'm going to be talking about a topic, a very interesting one called acid reflux. You may know somebody who may be suffering from this condition, and a lot of times a lot of people suffer from it all over. Now, 1 out of every 3 people you meet would have suffered some form of acid reflux or taking medication for acid reflux. Now, the question is, what is acid reflux? Acid reflux is simply acid in the stomach content coming back up to the food pipe area and sometimes to the mouth, causing an uncomfortable feeling of heartburn. Now, the condition most of the time is associated with high levels of acid production. But a lot of times, for most people, it is not because they have too much acid. It is simply because they have too little acid in the stomach. Now, what do I mean by this? What I mean is that your body produces the acid for a purpose. The acid is produced to help break down the food. And if you do not have enough acid, you cannot break down food properly. It means that digestion will be slowed down, and the transit time which is the time between the time that you eat the food and the time the food finally comes out, which is supposed to be normally about 30 hours, can be delayed in the stomach because you don't have enough acid to actually chop the food down during the process of digestion. Now, what causes this condition is very simple. A lot of people inhibit the production of acid through their lifestyle or through the lifestyle of worry. When you worry and you have a lot of anxiety or you are depressed, a lot of times you would have problems with acidity simply because you inhibit a nerve that runs from your brain directly to the stomach, to the pancreas and to the liver, called the vagus nerve, which is supposed to cause you to produce the acid, but because the nerve has been inhibited, you do not produce enough acid in the stomach, which means that the digestion process will be delayed. Now, because you do not have enough acid, or the pH of acid or the pH in the stomach is too alkaline, there is a flap that's supposed to close that prevents food from coming back up, but this flap opens up, and that's why food comes back up. Now, this flap is pH dependent. That means you must achieve a certain level of acidity, which is roughly about 2.5, to allow for this flap to be closed. But because of the inhibition of this nerve due to worry, stress, depression, and all the negative emotional conditions that you experience in a world that is full of stress, you are more likely to inhibit this nerve than to activate it. And so you do not produce enough acid, leading to this flap opening and the contents that is there coming up and making you feel or have the uncomfortable feeling of a heartburn. Now, what do you do to reverse this condition? Is very simple. Acidify the stomach a little bit with a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar in water, drunk 30 minutes to an hour before food 3 times a day, and after some time you will see that your body will start to reverse the condition, especially when you start to deal with the negative emotions. 2, lemon in water. Cut some lemon, put some in water, squeeze it in water, drink it 30 minutes to an hour before food, and that will start to acidify the stomach contents and help you to actually digest better, and food begins to move down better. Some people like to use sour apples. Blend it, do some juice blending, put some sour apple in it, and then drink it also 30 minutes or an hour before you eat your food. Mainly to prevent this condition will be to deal with the negative emotions that cause you to inhibit this nerve to start with. And so for many people, the condition is actually due to low amount of acid in their stomach that leads them to begin to have food come back because the sphincter or the valve is opened. Now, this video is only to help you to deal with the condition. It does not replace the need for you to see a doctor if you are suffering from this condition and it is not resolving after a week or two and the condition is still going on. See your doctor and try some of these things that will just help you to begin to see an improvement in your acid level. This will not apply to everybody. For some people, they have a problem with acidity, and those people definitely need to see their doctor. I hope this video will be helpful to you, and you would share it with your friends and family, and subscribe to this channel as I bring you very powerful health tips. See you in my next video, and stay tuned, and God bless. Bye.